and welcome back to the channel. Today's topic is about anxiety and using meditation to alleviate your anxiety. So a few things I want to cover just in the beginning before we dive deep into it. One is this is not a pill. If you're looking to cure your anxiety overnight, meditation, if you're in the beginning, isn't going to be that quick fix. If you're looking for a quick fix, I suggest you going to a doctor, talking to a doctor and seeing what they can do for you. But just a reminder with that is pharmaceuticals have side effects and they wear off. And they only help with the symptoms of the anxiety. They don't get to the root of it, so they don't actually cure your anxiety. But if you want to go the hard way, it's a more challenging way, okay? But the more effective long-term way, then meditation is seriously perfect for you. I had gotten into meditation because I was facing like extreme anxiety. Okay, and with that said, I just want to say this is a commitment. It does take work to develop the habit and do it every day. It also takes work to look inside yourself and face yourself. I mean, it's incredibly rewarding, but it is difficult. This isn't gonna be fun or pretty. I'm just gonna say it now. There's gonna be days that you're gonna come out from the meditation feeling alive, like all your existence is enough. Like that's all you need in this world is just being alive. You love life. Spirit is the best. God is the best. Whatever you believe, the universe is the best. And everything's grand. And then there's going to be other days that you're a wreck. And you have dug deep inside you and pulled out some ugly truth about yourself or about a situation you're in. And now you are just emotional. And that is exactly what we need to do in order to heal and get through the anxiety. So it's not glamorous. Meditation isn't glamorous. I know there's pictures of like monks on a hill meditating with the beautiful mountain view behind them, or on the beach with oceans crashing. And it can bring you to that state of mind where you feel like you are on a beach with the oceans, with the waves crashing, with the waves crashing, and you feel so euphoric. But that's not every time. And to get to that state is that peaceful, beautiful state is the goal, but just know it's a roller coaster. Okay, 3, I said this in my last video, but you need to meditate in a place that you enjoy being in. Personally, in the evening, I meditate in my bed, and I know I said don't do this if you fall asleep, but I use this to fall asleep into a deep sleep, and I like to get into like the alpha and theta stages. So I don't really enjoy during the evening meditating sitting in a cross position with my palms facing up. It's just not that comfortable for me, and I probably won't do the meditation. So I get into my bed and I get into like a really deep meditation, almost to the state that I fall asleep, because that's the state I want to be in for my creativity. But in the morning, I'll light candles, light some incense, ring some bells, and then sit next to the sunlight to have the sun give me energy. And that's when I sit in a crisscross position with my spine straight. So I love being in both of those places. Like both of those places are fun for me without meditating. So you need to pick a place that you can actually go to, you're not embarrassed, and you love being in, and it's just like a beautiful little spot. You do want to focus on your breath and take pretty big breaths in and pretty big breath out. I use my breath to like really get me under, like deep meditation. And sometimes I do like really fast breaths, like just depending on where my head's at. Like if I can't focus that day, I really just kind of do quick breath. If I just want to go deep, really deep down under, I'll take big breaths in and big breaths out. But your breath work is actually best for anxiety. When you're in the middle of like an anxiety attack, is using your breath to help calm yourself down. I've never been able to meditate when I'm in the middle of like an anxiety attack. I've been able to use breath work, which has helped, but never really meditate. We want to do this before we get to the state of anxiety attack, like dealing with our emotions and our inside problems every single day before we get to the boiling point. That's the whole idea behind this. So another thing that I went over in my last video was setting an intention, but this is tailored towards dealing with anxiety. So before you get into the meditation, the whole point of us getting into meditation is so we can relieve anxiety. So we want to set some intentions beforehand, before we even get in, and some of those might look like this. If you're like, I don't know, I want to relieve my anxiety. What do you mean set an intention? Well, I got some for you to help some creativity in your brain. I allow myself to find what it is that's giving me anxiety. So I set that intention before I get into the meditation. I am allowing myself to figure it out. I know I have the answer, and I'm just sitting in the silence to figure it out. So I allow myself to notice my triggers and release whatever it is that is holding me back. That's another intention I've used. For a simple, general, I allow myself whatever message it is that I need to hear today. Simple. But and that intention is going to give you a result because you're going in with a purpose, and it gives your brain something to do. Because it's freaking difficult to just go in and try to relieve anxiety listening to a guided meditation about a burning bush in a forest, which those are amazing. Those have their purpose too. And the guided meditations kind of objectify your emotions and help you mentally release them. So they're amazing. I'm all for guided meditations, but when you're just starting out, it's like, I don't really want to sit in a forest and watch the campfire burn. If I wanted to do that, I would go out and watch the campfire burn. So you don't really get it. So it's hard to stick with because it's not fun. But if you're going in with an intention of, I'm going to release my anxiety today, or I'm going to figure out whatever it is that I need to see that I can't see. Those are just like a few things about how you can use meditation to help with your anxiety. I'll get more into detail, more like specifics with anxiety, but now we're going to get into the meditation. So using breath work, setting an intention, I'll give you space to do both of those, and I'll also give you a lot of free time to let your brain work through the issue. So let's get into it. Let's begin by taking 3 deep breaths. Take your first deep breath in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Take your second deep breath in and deep breath out through your mouth. And take another deep breath in through your nose. And now out through your mouth. Now focus on the intention that you want to set for this meditation. Allow your mind and your heart to open up to the intention and let your thoughts and feelings flow. Slowly bring your awareness back to your center and begin to come out of the meditation. Feel free to write down any of your thoughts or feelings. And thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope this helped.